Hello everyone, this is Food Poison from MGS and welcome back to another video. And it's been a while and I'm really sorry about that, but now that the midterms and my exams are over, I have time to make videos once again. And I wanted to start with this, probably a series. I'm not too sure how long this game is, but yeah, the Stanley Parable. I wanted to play this game for a while, but I actually never got the chance to. So here I go. Now I know not too much about. I don't know too much about this
is the story of a
game
man
actually.
named Stanley.
I know that there's
Stanley
narration.
worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Alright, as long as
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Stanley was left behind.
Very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. I see my face rate being a bit laggy right now. I'm actually gonna have to change the graphics down or something. Give me one moment. Alright, welcome back. Now hopefully I can go through the game without being too laggy here. I hope I'm not too laggy. I shouldn't be too outdated, my computer that is. Let's see here. Let's move around. Oh, I can click. Alright, let's do what we were told first.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Hey,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
To the meeting room? Is this the meeting room? Hey, what's this? Oh, I turned it off. Hey, I can turn off all of these. The other one doesn't even have a button. That's not the meeting room. Alright, let's keep going.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What's on door right?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
The employee room? What? Is this the lounge?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I stand here drinking it all in. Can I actually drink it? That would be...
Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Painting. Chairs. I don't
At
think
this
that's
point,
safe.
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
The game's making
At
fun of my
last,
choices.
He had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Can I not? I don't want to again.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What is this room? Is this a factory of some kind? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. It will cause death.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who? Why is that door dark? That's kind of creepy. I hope this is not a horror game. Oh. Oh, okay.
You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay. I like light.
Oh,
Where am
Stanley,
I?
is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
Is this
Okay,
apartment
there we
427 too?
All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about...
What the heck?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife? They'd want to commit their life
Yes.
to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? I die? Press R on my keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Press 8. I want to press 7. No, never mind. 9? B? Okay, fine. 8.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
I try not
Now
to.
he's pushing
I swear.
a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press V.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
This reminds me of
And so
the
he
movie.
began to
Whoa, what?
fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined
Did that happen
one
before?
day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
Oh
The
no.
thought excited him terribly.
This is becoming my office.
So he went
I feel
further.
it.
He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this
Oh, no.
fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible
It's
paths
happening.
and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls, and down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby, and he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head
There's
he
things
reread it
switching, but I
again,
can't exactly
and again,
tell which
and
ones.
Again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I love you.
But there is no answer.
Oh, no.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
Huh.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
You need to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here,
Fine.
watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I won't. I'll listen to you this time. I don't know how long I'll have to wait, but I won't. Hey, we can watch the clock. Okay. I've waited 5 minutes, so I'm just gonna press P. I'm just gonna click. Nope. Clicking doesn't work. Eh? Oh, I can move. Though I can't jump. Can I press anything else? Then P. Fine.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to
I
see
tried.
what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to.
I feel like that
But
actually
rules.
spelled
I
something,
simply
but I'm not
played
sure.
my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What happened? I died? That's creepy. Oh god.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
To the meeting room. I don't want to die.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
My left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside you. Take out passive aggressive other resent coworkers. Oh boy. What kind of place is this? Where do I work? Where does Stanley work, I should say?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'll go to the boss's office. So I kind of realized that this is probably not a series game. Is this the boss's office?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2, 8, 4, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Yes, of course.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Ooh. Just like some portal stuff here. Let's go down. Assuming this is the right direction.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question
Because I'm a free man now.
for long.
Well, I can
Stanley
do the
walked
passage.
straight ahead through the large door that read
Mind control
Mind
facility.
Control
Escape.
Facility.
To be honest, I feel like the mind control facility looks a lot less scarier than the escape. I'll go with the control facility. Hey, mind control facility. Has a bunch of codes.
The
Press.
lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Yes,
What
indeed.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Ah,
Now the monitors
Woo!
come to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the
ah.
number of an employee in the building.
Whoa.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom...
Oh, this is definitely not going well for my CPU recording. Where am I supposed to go? I heard something open. There we go. I apologize for the lag. Where's me? Where's me? Where's me? 442 427 427 424 427. There we go. Ha! I see my room. That's right there.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
There's no other paths this time.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Never.
unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
That's what it was, right?
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Pressing bunch
And as
of
the cold
random
reality
buttons.
of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
And for me to do that, I'm guessing I have to go to the facility power? I think so. That would make sense. System power off. What just happened?
Blackness and a
Yes.
rising chill of uncertainty.
Indeed.
Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever
Finally
life
free.
lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Hey, achievement. What? Okay. Well, I actually don't know how else I can finish. I'm pretty sure there's many other paths that I can take. But this is where I'm gonna have to end. I don't want to get it too long, so I might. This actually might be a series. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna explore it more. But if you guys do want more of it, just leave the comment below. I'll try to play more if you guys do want to see more of it. So yeah, just let me know. And yeah, that will be the end of the video of Stanley Parable. And yeah, 427. There's nothing much that I can do yet, unless I go through it more. So if you guys like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out when you guys do that. And follow me on Twitter for any updates on the videos also. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.